Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Jai Shri Ram. Welcome to our next episode in our complete reading of Srimad Valmiki Ramayana. In the previous episode, we saw how vanaras have entered the Madhuvana and they were enjoying there. Swamy Hanuman actually goes, he tells all the vanaras that you can drink as much as madhu you want. Please feel free. In the interim, Angada also comes and says, no, these people can't stop you. So you can go and drink as much as madhu you want. Hanuman and Angada has given them the orders. These guys really go ahead and they fight and they just throw away those people. The altercation becomes big. Dadhimukha, who was behind now, these vanaras, they are so much inebriated, in a state of intoxication that these guys will hit them, and not just hit them, they will remove their clothes and they'll show their backs to these people and say, do whatever you want. And also that sort of madness will encompass all these vanaras. Again, Swamy Hanuman, Jambavanta, Angada, they won't indulge in all this. But the other vanaras who accompanied them, they will do all sorts of this. When Dadhimukha gets to know this, he quickly comes and he tries to engage, and then Angada gets into a fight with him. He hits Dadhimukha. Dadhimukha is badly hit, and now Dadhimukha gets very, very angry at whatever Angada has done, and he says, I'll go to the king and complain about whatever this Angada has done. Whatever Angada has done is not correct. Saying this, Dadhimukha immediately takes a few of his guards and he flies into the air and he says, I'm going to kill all of them. These guys are Durbuddhe, they're supposed to get killed, so I'm going there. I'll go and complain. Saying this, he jumps into the air. In just a minute's time, he goes to Sugreeva's place, wherever Sugreeva is, and Sugreeva at that point of time was along with Sri Ramachandra and Lakshmana. So Dadhimukha goes and he falls down and he touches Sugreeva's feet with his head and he does a namaskara. Sugreeva immediately is shocked because he's Matula, right? Dadhimukha is his Matula, his mom's brother, and he's like, why are you like this? And then he says, I'm definitely going to protect you, Dadhimukha. Tell me what has happened and who has behaved like this with you. And then Dadhimukha proceeds to tell as to what all has happened. So Dadhimukha starts, he says, O Raja, this Madhuvana belongs to Ruksharajas, who is your father, and then either you or Vali, only you people can go and enjoy in that Madhuvana. But today, all these vanaras, they have come, they are eating food, they are drinking the madhu that is available over there, and then some of them are throwing the food stuff there, some others are picking it and eating. My vanapalakas or my guards, they went and they tried to stop. None of them are getting ready to listen, and then they hit us, and then they are opening their clothes and showing us their backs. This is all very bad. These guys are hitting us and they're taking away all the madhu from there. So as Dadhimukha was telling all this animatedly, Lakshmana asks Sugreeva, he says, who is this guy? What is he telling you? Please tell me what is happening. And then immediately Sugreeva tells to Lakshmana, this Dadhimukha is telling that the vanaras who have come from the south, they are drinking away the madhu, and which essentially means, I think, Naisham Akrutyanam Idrusasyaduvakramah Agataischa Pramittam Yadha Madhuvanam Hitaihi Dharshitam Chavanam Krutsam Upayuktam Chavanaraihi. I think if they have done this sort of an activity, it essentially means that they have become successful. So partying and using something to intoxicate probably has started in that generation itself. Again, this is not my dialogue. This is something I have again borrowed from Sri Chakanta Koteshwar Rao Garu's commentary on Ramayana. So that's a nice humorous thing, right? That even vanaras, they celebrated when they saw Seetamaa. And then he's also saying, I'm sure they have seen Vanam Yadha Bhivannaste Sajidam Karma Vanaraihi Drushta Devi Nasandeho Nachanyena Hanumata. So I'm sure Seetamaa is now seen. Nobody would have seen her except for Hanuman. So I know Seetamaa is seen by Hanuman now. That itself was very, very soothing to Sri Ramachandra and everybody. Now Sugreeva is saying, Drishta Sita Mahabaho Saumitre Pasitatpatah Abhigamya Tatha Sarve Pibanti Madhuvanaraha. O Mahabahu, O Lakshmana, do realize that Seetamaa is seen now. That's why all these vanaras are drinking madhu. Tata prahushto dharmatma Lakshmana Saharagava Srutva Karna Sukham Vanim. This is a very, very important line. Srutva Karna Sukham Vanim Sugreeva Vadanachutam Prahrushyata Bhujam Ramo Lakshmanasya Mahabalaha. The moment they heard this, they felt very, very happy. Sri Ramachandra was happy. Lakshmana was also happy. And then they both were so happy. Srutva Karna Sukham Vani. The words of Sugriva actually gave Sri Ramachandra so much of happiness. The ears of Sri Ramachandra felt so much of happiness just because they heard that Seetamaa was seen. Now he says to Dadhimukha, see, these guys have really done a great thing and they have come back. So I am going to pardon all of them. So you do one thing, go there and ask them to come here. And now immediately Dadhimukha goes. He goes to Angada and he says, I am sorry, without knowing whatever things you have done, my Vanarakshakas tried to attack you. I am sorry for that. But now, please, your father's younger brother, in English we say it as uncle only, but in Hindi and all we say chacha, or that person, he is extremely happy that you have come. He is not even angry that you have broken this Madhuvana. So he is asking you to come to his place very quickly. So I think you'll have to start. The moment he heard this, Angada, he immediately, the leader him comes to life and he says, Senke Sutoyam Vrittanto Ramena Hariyudhapaha Tatshamam Nehana Sthatum Krute Karye Parantapaha. Angada looks at all the Vanaras and he says, see, I think Sri Ramachandra knows now that we have come back. Now we should not stay here anymore. We should quickly go to the place where my uncle or my father's younger brother or my chacha is. So we'll have to go there. He asks for their opinion. All of them say, no. We should start. We should go. They start from there and they fly in the air. Angada would be leading the way. They will all be following Angada. At the same time as Angada has started into the air, Sugriva is also looking at Sri Ramachandra now because he knows Angada would be there in any moment. So he's saying, Samaswasi Bhadram Te Drushta Devi Nasansoya Nagantu Mihisakyam Tairatite Samayehinaha. O Sri Ramachandra, they know Sugrivagnya. They have come back to Kishkinda only because they have succeeded. And you be assured that because they have been successful, that's why they are coming back now after getting late also. Otherwise, they would not even have stepped here, and they would not even have entered this Madhuvana. So if they have touched that, that essentially means they have succeeded. And he again talks about all the great Vanaras, and then all of these Vanaras, all of a sudden, they come down and they make a lot of sound, and then Angada and Hanuman, they would be leading from the front. All these would come and all these people would put their hands down, and then Hanuman, he bends his head and he says, Hanumam Sri Mahabahu Pranamya Sirasatataha Netam Akshatam Devim Raghavayam Nyavedayat. Hanuman goes down his head. He says, Seetamaa, she is saving her Pativratya and she is healthy. Drushta Devi Hanumad Vatanat Amrutopamam Akarnya Vachanam Ramo Harshamapa Salakshmanaha. The moment Sri Ramachandra heard that Seetamaa was seen, he became very, very happy. Now let Sri Ramachandra be in some amount of happiness. Our Lord, our Prabhu, was not having happiness since Aranya Kanda, in which Seetamaa was abducted. Now he is happy. Let him be happy for some more time. We'll see as to what Hanuman talks further in our next episode. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayaha, sarve bhadrani pasyantu ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet, sarvam sukhisa smara swam charanarvindarpanamastu. Swasti. Jai Shri Ram.